Welcome backstage, everybody. I'm here with my good friend Baratunde.
Hello, Mr. Miles.
Nice to see you.
Cheers.
Last time you were here, we were talking about how to be black.
Yes.
And I feel like I learned a lot, and I've been a lot blacker since our previous conversation.
This jacket's almost there.
It's the gold buttons, really.
Yes, because black is truly gold.
Yeah,
We're a precious resource.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this time I want to talk to you. Fantastic job on the show, as usual. About little technology stuff.
Yeah.
We didn't get too much into it on the show tonight. There's a lot going on. FCC coming out in favor of net neutrality, which is pretty huge.
Is awesome.
Yes.
I really support the whole idea of more regulation and basically protection of our rights to consume what we want and to not have people kind of create these premium tiers of service that separate us from the internet we've grown to love.
Right.
So I don't think Comcast, Verizon, AT&T should be determining what I have access to.
I like that.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to talk about is cybersecurity.
Yeah.
Because you know your shit when it comes to that.
There's a lot's been going on.
Yeah.
The military's thinking about spending less money on planes and missiles, which is always good in my book, and more on cybersecurity. I got a few concerns because I don't know what they mean by cyber or security.
Right.
I think that blank checks to the military to defend us from invisible enemies could be a recipe for great disaster.
Yeah, you're saying they could overstep their bounds a little bit.
I'm saying they have in the past and are likely to repeat that in the future. But all that said, so we had Anthem Healthcare.
Right, huge hacking.
80 million customer records lost, social security numbers, all kinds of stuff. And I think we've gotten, there doesn't seem to be a week that goes by without some company losing all of our stuff.
Yeah.
And I think part of the reason is they don't really respect us. They don't have a business incentive to prioritize that security. And we've given up so much information about ourselves for convenience. Like you install Words with Friends or some app on your phone.
Yeah.
They want to know all your contacts, your geolocation, your blood type, your mom's maiden names. I just want to not be alone with my feelings for 5 minutes while I'm waiting in line. Why do you need to know all this extra data? So they have more than they need. And what I was really excited about, I talked to some people at MIT this week.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Oh, fancy.
And there's a researcher there, Eve Alexandra Montjoy, and they're doing this thing, a theory of we keep our own data physically, all your location information.
Theory.
I know it's a radical new idea that what's mine is mine.
I don't buy it.
Onyx wrote a song about it a long time ago. Basically, it's philosophy according to Onyx.
Right.
And then companies that need it ask us for permission.
Okay.
And they have a temporary license to have it, but we keep it on our own server, we keep it in the cloud somewhere, but we are just so ignorant of all the information that is out there about us.
Right. I have no idea how much information about me is out there.
The only time you know is when they lose it.
Right.
That's not a good way to know where your stuff is.
Yeah.
That's not how we keep our property in our apartment, when someone finds it on the street.
So how do we take back our data? What are your fancy friends at MIT tell you?
Well, I'm gonna mix their advice with my own and some stuff I've been reading. One is just to be more diligent about our own habits. There's a thing called two-factor authentication on Gmail, Facebook, where they basically ask you twice when you try to log in.
I'm way too lazy for two-factor authentication.
And that's the thing. It's just like remotes, right? Samsung smart TVs have microphones built into them because we don't want to get up off of our butts.
Convenience versus security.
Remotes don't need butts. What am I even talking about? This was too much work. We really wanted to say television. Please tune to 2.5 Men.
We've come a long way toward not going a long way.
Have we come a long way? Have we gone a long way?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think stepping up our own security around their information, monitoring our credit, because the credit card stuff is such a whack system in the U.S. And then really we have to demand more of the tech companies that push us into this world and then bury all the good stuff in these weird terms of service written in legalese that's not designed to be read by anyone. It should be on their homepage. And we got your shit.
Yeah.
We have your data. This is what we're doing. This is who has access to it. This is who doesn't. Yeah. Until we can take it back.
A little transparency. It doesn't seem like too much to ask.
A lot of transparency for the fact that without us, they're nothing. What is Facebook without my stupid photos? It's just a computer, man. It's just a box, just some code.
Exactly. Yeah. And your friend's cat photos. You know they're there.
I do. I see them all too often.
Thank you so much for
Thanks
taking
for
the time
letting me
after
rant.
the show.
I didn't know I had such feels about this, but the feels are strong in me.
I knew you had the feels. They're strong in you, and they're good feels.
Live long and prosper, guys.
How to Be Black is still on bookshelves. I think you guys should totally pick it up.
Yeah.
Baratunde, thank you so much for coming back.
Thanks, Miles. Good to be back.
Back to the after party.
All right.